everyone, welcome back. Imagine this for a second. You're scrolling through car news, half expecting the same crossovers and EV clones, and then boom, Volkswagen brings back the Karmann Ghia. Yeah, it's that Karmann Ghia. The sleek, elegant, slightly rebellious classic that always felt more like rolling art than just another car. And now, it's coming back as the 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia, blending retro soul with modern tech in a way that honestly feels like VW finally listened to enthusiasts. Before we dive in, quick favor. If you love classic cars making a comeback, future VW models and honest car talk without the fluff, hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and you won't miss what's coming next. Now let's talk about why this new Karmann Ghia has people buzzing. At first glance, the design is what grabs you, and that's exactly how it should be. The 2026 Karmann Ghia doesn't try to copy the original line for line, but the influence is unmistakable. You still get that long flowing hood, the smooth roofline, and those gentle curves that made the original such an icon. But now it's wider, lower, and more planted. The LED headlights are slim and expressive, the grille is minimal, and the whole thing feels modern without losing that old school elegance. It looks like a concept car that somehow made it to production, and honestly, that's the best compliment I can give it. Around the sides, the body lines are clean and confident, with subtle flares that hint at performance without screaming about it. Even the rear has that tasteful fastback look, with a thin light bar stretching across, giving it a futuristic touch. It's one of those designs that looks good in photos, but you just know it's going to look even better rolling down the street. Now, here's where things get really interesting. What's under the hood? Volkswagen is reportedly going with a hybrid setup, and honestly, that makes a lot of sense. Instead of going full electric right away, VW seems to be aiming for balance. Expect a turbocharged gasoline engine paired with an electric motor, giving the Karmann Ghia solid power, better fuel efficiency, and smoother acceleration. This isn't about chasing insane horsepower numbers. It's about delivering a fun, responsive drive that feels right for the car's character. The electric assist should give it that instant torque off the line, while the gas engine keeps things engaging on longer drives. And yes, there's talk of different driving modes, so you can cruise comfortably during the week and dial things up when the road gets interesting. It's modern performance without losing the joy of driving, something a lot of cars forget these days. Now, something that surprised a lot of people: off-road capability. No, this isn't turning into a rock crawler or anything wild like that, but VW is leaning into the adventurous lifestyle angle. Rumors point to an optional off-road inspired package with slightly increased ride height, reinforced underbody protection, and all-wheel drive. Think gravel roads, snow, light trails, the kind of places you'd actually want to take a stylish coupe on a weekend escape. It's kind of a cool twist, because the original Karmann Ghia was never about off-roading. This version feels like VW saying, yeah, it's beautiful, but don't be afraid to use it. And I'm here for that. Inside the cabin, things get even better. The interior blends retro inspiration with modern comfort in a really tasteful way. You'll likely see a clean dashboard layout, digital displays that don't feel overwhelming, and materials that feel more premium than what we're used to from VW's mainstream models. Expect leather, soft-touch surfaces, and maybe even subtle throwback details like classic-style stitching or color options inspired by the original Ghias. The infotainment system should be quick and intuitive, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus over-the-air updates. Physical controls are reportedly making a small comeback too, thank goodness, so you're not stuck tapping through menus just to change the temperature. It's designed to feel driver-focused, comfortable, and genuinely enjoyable to spend time in. Space-wise, it's still a coupe, so don't expect massive rear seats. But compared to the old Karmann Ghia, this thing is downright practical. Better legroom, more storage, and a usable trunk make it a car you could realistically daily drive. Now let's talk pricing, because this is where VW could really win people over. Early estimates suggest the 2026 Karmann Ghia could start somewhere in the mid-30s P000 range, with higher trims pushing into the low to mid 40Ks. That puts it in a sweet spot, more special than a basic coupe, but way more attainable than luxury brand alternatives. If VW nails the value here, this could be one of the most interesting cars in its segment. When you compare it to the classic Karmann Ghia, the evolution is wild. The original was simple, lightweight, and charming. but not exactly fast or practical. This new version keeps the charm, but adds power, safety, technology and versatility. It's not trying to replace the classic, it's trying to honor it while making sense for today's drivers. And honestly, that's what makes this comeback so exciting. It doesn't feel forced, it doesn't feel like a cash grab. It feels like Volkswagen remembering its heritage and finding a way to make it relevant again. If VW delivers even 80% of what's being promised, the 2026 Karmann Ghia could be one of the coolest retro modern cars we've seen in years. Stylish, fun, efficient, and just different enough to stand out in a crowded market. So now I want to hear from you. Would you actually buy the new Karmann Ghia, or do you think some classics should stay in the past? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. More car stories like this are coming, and you won't want to miss them.